I slammed the front door shut, the echo bouncing off the walls like a gunshot in our too-quiet house. My keys clattered onto the kitchen counter, and there she was, Sarah, my wife of 8 years, hunched over her phone at the island, her face illuminated by the screen's glow. She jumped, shoving the device face down so fast it skittered across the granite. "Jesus! Mark, you scared me," she said, her laugh forced, brittle like cracking ice. But her eyes darted away, and in that split second, the air thickened with something unspoken, something rotten. I'd felt it creeping in for months, but tonight it hit me like a freight train. This wasn't just paranoia. This was the beginning of the end. It started small, those nagging doubts. Sarah had always been the vibrant one in our marriage, the spark that kept my steady, predictable life from flatlining. I worked long hours as an accountant, crunching numbers while she managed her graphic design freelance gig from home. We'd met in college, bonded over late-night coffees and dreams of a simple life, house, kids, forever. But lately, she'd been distant, her smiles rehearsed, her touches fleeting. "Work's crazy," she'd say, waving off my concerns with a kiss that tasted like obligation. I'd nod, swallow the unease, tell myself it was nothing. Denial is a warm blanket until it starts to smother you. One evening, about 3 months back, I came home early from a client meeting. The house smelled of her favorite lavender candle, but something else lingered. Cologne, sharp and unfamiliar, not my earthy aftershave. Sarah was in the shower, humming softly. Her phone buzzed on the nightstand, and I picked it up without thinking, just to silence it. A text preview flashed. "Can't wait for round 2 tonight. Miss that fire in your eyes." Sender, Alex. My stomach dropped, a cold void opening up. Alex? Her gym buddy? I set the phone down, heart hammering, and when she emerged wrapped in a towel, I forced a smile. "Everything okay?" she asked, tilting her head. "Yeah, just tired," I lied. That night, I lay awake beside her, staring at the ceiling, suspicion gnawing like termites in the foundation of our trust. The clues piled up, subtle at first, then glaring. Late night with clients that stretched into the wee hours. New laundry in her drawer, tags still on, styles I'd never seen her wear for me. Whispers of laughter from the bathroom when she thought I was asleep, followed by the flush of deleted messages. I started checking. God, I hated myself for it. Her browser history wiped clean. But once, I found a tab open to a hotel booking site, dates coinciding with her girls' trip last month. "Who's Ryan?" I asked casually over dinner one night, after glimpsing a notification. She froze, fork midway to her mouth. "Oh, just a collaborator on a project." "Why?" Her voice was too light, too quick. I shrugged it off, but inside, anger simmered, mixing with a heartbreak that felt like shards of glass in my chest. How could she? We'd built this life together, mortgage payments, anniversary trips to the mountains, inside jokes that no one else got. Was it all a lie? Denial gave way to obsession. I downloaded an app to track her location, justifying it as concern for her safety. The map showed her at coffee shops I'd never heard of, parks on the other side of town. One afternoon, I followed her. Parked 2 cars back, I watched her slide into a booth at a dingy diner with a man, tall, tattooed, laughing as he brushed her hand. Not Alex. Someone new. My fists clenched on the steering wheel, vision blurring with tears. Who was I becoming? The loving husband reduced to a stalker, piecing together the fragments of her betrayal. That night, she came home smelling of wine and excuses. "Met a friend for drinks," she said, avoiding my eyes. I wanted to scream, to demand answers, but fear held me back, the fear of confirmation, of shattering what little remained. The anger built slowly, a pressure cooker without a valve. I replayed our vows in my head, for better or worse. This was worse. All right, but why? Was I not enough? Too boring? Too safe? Our sex life had dwindled. Sure, but life happens. Stress, routines. I tried reigniting it, planning surprise dates, but she canceled, citing headaches or deadlines. Now I saw it for what it was. Rejection. Heartbreak twisted into rage, hot and unyielding. I confronted her fragments at a time. "You're acting weird," I'd say. "No, you're imagining things. She'd snap back, turning it on me. Gaslighting, I realized later. It made me doubt my sanity, but the evidence mounted, undeniable. Then came the night it all unraveled. We'd argued about nothing, dinner plans, and it escalated. "What's really going on, Sarah?" I demanded, voice shaking. She paced the living room, her face a mask cracking under pressure. Finally, she stopped, eyes cold. "Fine. You want the truth? I don't believe in one man anymore. It's suffocating. Mark, I have 3 boyfriends. Alex for the fun, Ryan for the passion, and Tom for the intellect you never quite matched." The words hit like bullets, each one tearing through the remnants of my heart. 3? Not one affair, but a network of deceit. Trust collapsed in that moment, a house of cards in a gale. I stood there, numb, the room spinning. Heartbreak flooded in, waves of sorrow for the woman I thought I knew, the life we'd shared. Anger surged too, but I swallowed it. "Okay," I said quietly, my voice steady despite the storm inside. Then I walked out. Not dramatically, no slamming doors this time. Just grabbed my keys and left, driving aimlessly through the rain-slicked streets. Taze came then, hot and unrelenting, mixing with the downpour on the windshield. But in that chaos, clarity emerged. I couldn't fix this. She didn't want fixing. She wanted freedom, or whatever illusion she'd chased. The next day, I called a lawyer. Filed for divorce, no contest. I didn't fight for the house or the savings. I wanted out, clean. But I didn't stop there. I reached out to Alex, Ryan, and Tom. Numbers pieced from her unlocked phone while she slept that last night. Anonymous text. "She's playing you all. Wake up." Petty? Maybe. But it was my closure, watching her world crumble as they confronted her, one by one. Months later, I sat in my new apartment, sipping coffee alone. The pain lingered, a dull ache, but freedom tasted sweet. Sarah called once, begging forgiveness, voice laced with regret. "I was lost," she said. "We all get lost," I replied, hanging up. No more denial, no more anger, just acceptance. Betrayal had shattered me, but in the ruins, I rebuilt stronger. Trust might be fragile, but so is a human heart, and mine, scarred as it was, still beat on.